Shalom, Israel. First off, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And also want to just say peace and blessings to the sincere Akim, the co-laborers in the faith, the hopeful elect. I was just here in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, and I saw a scripture that was that just brought some ideas to mind. So I just was like, man, I'm just gonna do a quick lesson just to speak on it. So without further ado, I'll just read it and then I'll just expound a little more. It's Psalms 83 and 18. It says that men may know that thou, whose name alone, and it says right here Jehovah, but when you go into the Hebrew, you know, it's talking about the Most High's name, which the true name is Yahweh in the Hebrew. It says, art the Most High over all the earth. So it's saying right here, King David in this song, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that men may know that whose name alone is Yahweh, and Yahweh means he exists. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, he's that supreme entity that stands alone outside of the constraints of time, man. You know, the Ancient of Days, like it talks about in Daniel. And it says that art the Most High over all the earth. So this is establishing, you know, that the Most High is the supreme power over all the earth. You know what I'm saying? They created everything. Well, he created Yahweh Shah, his only begotten son, who created everything else. But the Most High, he's at the head of this thing because, you know, our people have been so beat down, you know, through the captivity and oppression that our enemy, the nation of Edom, you so-called white people have put on us. They think that the so-called white man is the Most High, man. In fact, our people fear the so-called white man and his laws more so than they fear the laws of the Heavenly Father, man. You know? So that's a huge problem that's going on in the earth. And that's why this wicked rulership, because the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, that the Most High set up to rule, because they're not ruling according to their own will. They're ruling in complete wickedness. That's why the Most High, he's going to have to bring down this kingdom just so his glory can truly be known, man. And his kingdom under Yahweh Shah is going to be established to dominate the earth forever, you know. But furthermore, you know, this kingdom that we in now, you know, Great Babylon or America, which is going to be soon destroyed, you know what I'm saying? Because you got the king of Great Babylon, Donald J. Trump, man. You know, he done ordered strikes in Syria just on a bogus claim of some chemical attacks, you know, which is all just false flag. But all the more the Most High is putting it in the spirit, you know, of men like Donald Trump to basically stir up World War III. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be bring the end of Great Babylon and the establishment of the kingdom of heaven. But I was just proving in that verse, in verse 18, man, just because of advances in technology and the fact that the so-called white man, the Edomites, man, they've been ruling in wickedness for this long, man. They think that somehow that they're ruling according to their own will, or that they're just some supreme people. And I'm gonna prove that that's not the case, man. You know, the Most High, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this real quick. It was something else I wanted to get to, but I'm gonna pull this impromptu scripture real quick. This is in Daniel, the 4th chapter. Yeah, hold on, just Salakia. Yep. Yeah, my phone is acting up right now. It's not going to the scripture, so just Salakia, brothers. Having a technical issue. I might just have to read it here. Salakia, brothers. I'm gonna just have to find it and read it real quick. So just bear with me real quick. I wanted to pull Daniel, the 4th chapter. For some reason, Satan, every time brother's been doing videos lately, you know, he's been trying to disrupt the word, but all through the Spirit of the Lord. You know, we're just going to keep it moving. Just bear with me one moment. I want to get something in Daniel, the 4th chapter. This is Daniel chapter 4, and I'll start at verse, Daniel 4 and 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men." So that was to back up what I read in Psalms, the 83rd chapter, man, that the Most High alone is Yahweh, or he exists, you know what I'm saying? And he is basically the supreme ruler over everything on the earth, man. And that includes the so-called white man who's actually ruling right now. You know, it appears that the so-called white man is dictating the pace of matters of this world, because all through the spirit of the left-hand energy, man, of Satan, he's been able to do things like manipulate the elements, you know what I'm saying? Through his heart program, he can cause earthquakes to happen on the earth. He can seed clouds to make rain stop and go as he pleases. But all of these things, man, all of these devices, man, they've been given to the so-called white man by the Most High, you know? So I just want to just clear that up, man. The Most High set up the so-called white man, the nation of Edom. Now, they're not ruling according to their own will, you see? But just through that pride in their heart, man, and things have been playing out, and it seems like all of their plans are being fulfilled, not knowing that the Most High is putting the spirit on them to do what they do, which is going to be a snare to them at the end of the day. Everything that they're doing right now is going to lead up to their destruction, man. You see? But it was something I wanted to pull in Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Just bear with me, brothers. I'm just going to have to read it because for some reason my phone, I don't know, it just wasn't going to the scriptures that I wanted to actually go to on here to show you, brothers. So Salakia about that. Let me see if it'll go to this one. Or I might just have to read it again. Yeah. Oh, well. I'll just read it. This is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me." You know what I'm saying? And that's what Yahweh is he is, or he is to be. But the so-called white man, he has a God complex, and he thinks that he's the supreme power, you know, over the earth, and not knowing that the Most High set him up, man, for his will, for his intent, for the Lord's intended purpose. You see? But he's been able to dominate these other nations in wickedness, man. And he don't think that the angels in the eyes of the Most High have seen all of this wickedness over all of these years, man. So right now, you know, pride is running very rampant in you so-called white people, you Edomites, man. You don't think that you can be destroyed. But everything that's being done right now is off the will of the Most High, man. And really to show the power of the Most High, just like he did to ancient rulers that came before the Edomites that are ruling today, man. Even what he did with Pharaoh, man. You know, like he hardened Pharaoh's heart, you know. The same thing that the Most High gonna put in the spirit of the rulers of Great Babylon today, man. You know, it's gonna be a point. The so-called white man, you know, they gonna be trying to fight against Yahushua in the chariots, the angels, man. You know, but that's because of that pride, and they don't think that there's no other power outside of the so-called white power structure, the Edomite supremacy. You see. But that's the point I wanted to get on that, man. You know, that the Most High, you know, he set up the nation of Edom, man, also to serve as a memorial for when Israel's in the kingdom, of how we're not supposed to rule, man. You know, because you got a lot of pride ruling the earth. You got our people that are cooning and still stepping and fetching for the damn devil, man. When the scripture says never trust thine enemy, man. You know, the scriptures talks about that the fear of the Most High, that's the beginning of wisdom. And our people, they clearly have a fear of the so-called white man rather than have a fear of the Lord. And you can tell in our people's works, man. You see? And that even translates to men who know that they're Israelites, man. You know? But you got to understand who's at the top of this thing, man. You got to keep everything in the right perspective, man. The Most High set up the damn devil to fulfill his will, man. And his will, the Most High's will, is being fulfilled. We're seeing these prophecies come to pass, you know. All of these different nations getting stirred up in the Middle East, man. And then America going forth, you know, along with its allies, you know, sending attacks. That's just going to stir up that hornet's nest over there in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, or the valley of Jehoshaphat, which means the valley of the Most High's judgment or decision. You know, the Most High is orchestrating these things, but he's using men on the earth, you know, to enact his will. You see? Salaki, it was another scripture I wanted to get. And I think I'll just close out because, like I said, man, I was going to just do a quick lesson on that scripture that I started off with in Psalms 83, but my phone's kind of tripping, so I'm just try to get this last one and just wrap up real quick. Yeah, and it's not going to this scripture either. This is in the Apocrypha in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. I'm just going to read it. Salaki, I'm going to have to just get it because my phone not going to it for some reason right now. Oh, boy. Salaki, just bear with me one moment, brothers. This is in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 10. And I'll start right at the top. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So the wisest judges are supposed to be the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai. You know, he's the ultimate judge, you know, of course, in the spirit of his father, Yahweh, you know. And the government that we're looking forward to is going to be that government that's going to be established through prudence, man, and just going to be complete righteous order, which is quite the contrary, you know, compared to the kingdom that we're living in now. It's just nothing but confusion, chaos, disorder, wickedness, you know, on every level. Verse 2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So my phone, it just went to that verse I'm in. Yeah, I'm going to read that verse again. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So we know that Satan's in power, the devil. You know what I'm saying? The Edomites, man, that wicked nation of people, they're ruling in power. And the whole delegation within that order of Esau, man, you know, his officers on every level, you know what I'm saying? On down to the people, the citizens that dwell in this society, man. They're all under that wicked vibration, man. That starts with the judge, the ruler himself, man, which we know the ruler of this empire, man, is ruling in the spirit of Satan. But furthermore, we understand too, like the point I'm making is that the Most High set it up either way. You know what I'm saying? One thing establisheth the good of another, like it says in, I believe, Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 42. So the so-called white man in his wickedness, he's being used as a pawn, you know, in the grand scheme of the Most High's plan, so to speak, man. So brothers shouldn't get all bugged out and afraid of what the so-called white man can do, man, when it comes to pushing his word, man. You know, Like it says, and I think Matthew, the 12th chapter, fear not them that can kill the body, but rather fear the power that can destroy soul and spirit in hell, man. So you're supposed to fear the ultimate supreme creator of the heavens and the earth, which is Yahweh, and he gave dominion to his son Yahweh Shah. So with all being said, hopefully this makes sense. Salakia for the technical difficulties. Like I said, I just want to go into some commentary and bring out a few scriptures to back up what I read in Psalms the 83rd chapter about the Most High being the supreme creator over everything, man. So everything is not always how it appears to be. Even though right now it appears that the so-called white man, he can't be just knocked off his pedestal. Like he's just the ruler of centuries, man. Like he's always been in power. That's not the case. And he's being set up by the Most High for the Most High's will to play out on earth. So with all being said, hopefully this is edifying. I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakwak Vadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to you, sincere Akim. Keep pushing this word.